Good morning. Good morning, Facebook friends and family. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm looking forward for today's program, and we're not going to be long today. I'll probably only take about 30 minutes, but we wanted to talk about wellness, immune support, and so I'm just going to give people a minute to join us, and thank you for coming back every week. Those of you that are on, hopefully there is someone on. Appreciate all of you. Again, my name is Lynette Tubles, Duenya Kiapiwi, Scouts the Way Woman. I'm coming to you from Lame Deer, Montana, and this is Yellowbird Lifeways Food Sovereignty program, and we call it Food for Thought. And we've been doing this since, I believe, April. And, we just bring you all sorts of topics regarding food sovereignty, food sustainability, food security is also another issue. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that today and some of the things that we're doing at Yellowbird to address all of those things. So this program is a part of that. And we've had so many awesome guests that have been on the show, since that time. And this last week, we were so honored to have Linda Black Elk finally join us. And we hope to bring her back. There's just so much to cover with her. We were just talking real fast, trying to cover everything. And we just barely touched the surface. So we definitely want her to come back, and we've had Lisa Ironcloud, that showed us like how to make hoof soup, which was really interesting. And these are things, a long time ago that our ancestors prepared, and they knew about food sovereignty and food as medicine, and because they lived it. It was a holistic lifestyle. And so that's, that's a topic for today. I'm just going to share a little bit from, what I know and what I implement in my own life. And that's all I can do is share that with you. And I've had many teachers as well, and I'm a grandmother, but I'm still learning. I'm still learning every day. And I always open my heart and my mind to learning. And so, for those people out there that think that they know everything, they must be very young still and have a lot to learn, because the older we get, we realize the less we know. And so I'm definitely a lifelong learner and always open to learning more. So what I know and what I've learned, I want to share it with you. And, wellness is holistic. So right now, with the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, it's affecting a lot of our communities, especially our Indigenous communities. And here where I'm coming to you from, I'm in my dining room and in Lame Deer, Montana. And, at one point at our highest, we had, I think it was like 16 or 17 deaths, and primarily elders all in a row within a 2-week period. And that's a lot of deaths. That's all, if you think about it, the wisdom keepers, the language, the knowledge, all of that. And it was really tough for us. So we organized along with other groups. There's a lot of organizations in our community that are all stepping up to help. And so we, but actually we've been doing this immune support, probably since May or April. We did some fun drives and donation drives of all immune support items. And so that's kind of what we focused on. And I believe that it really contributed and helped, with our numbers as well. And so wellness is holistic: mind, body, spirit, emotional, mental, spiritual, physical, even social, all of it. And we're connected. All of those parts are connected to us. So our physical well-being is just one component, but our emotional and mental is a real big component too when we're talking about wellness and even getting sick, our mindset. And our ancestors, they went through a lot. They went through pandemics in our Indigenous communities, like smallpox and cholera, and we were exposed to all of those things. And we're still here because of our connection to our spirituality and our holistic view to life. So in that circle of life, everything is connected. There is no separation. And so, so it's really important today to look at all of those areas in wellness. So we want to be prayerful, or we want to have a mindset of being prayerful and positive. When we allow, it's like we all have a sacred space around us. And and so our mindset is really crucial. And when we have that sacred space around us, we're careful on who we allow into our space. And we're careful on, I once said, I had someone talking to me and they said, these people that they just keep coming to me and telling me, and it's all negative and all this. And it's, when we're stuck in that, we have to really be careful, because we have something we call the mirror concept. And that's what you put out to the universe. That's what's going to come back to you, or the energy you put out, that's what's going to be drawn to you. And so in that situation, we really have to look at our own energy. And sometimes we don't realize it because we get caught up in the cycle. And so, we have to look at ourselves, what is our mindset? What are the words that we're speaking? Words are so powerful, because words create energy, and energy creates action. And that's what we're putting out to the universe. And so when we're stuck in negativity, or we're stuck in, victim, or we're stuck in anger, all of those things, it's our body reacts to that. And they say that all negative energy is looking for a resolution. All of those things, the emotions that get us stuck, it's looking for a resolution. It's looking for a way out from our body. And so what happens is, if we're not taking care of ourselves, mind, body, spirit, and finding ways to release that energy, then it comes out through sickness. And then our immune system gets down. So when our mindset is down, our immune system gets down as well. So we want to surround ourselves with good people that are uplifting, and that's not to say we don't have feelings. We all get angry, we all get sad, we all go through that. But the important thing is not to let that stay stuck with you, where you get stuck in a corner and then you have no way out. You want to do things to be able to process that and to release it. And so some of the things that I do is, self-care is really important to me. And a lot of times I get caught up because I'm so busy, and I get caught up and forget to, go walk, or I forget to do something. But as soon as I catch myself, I'm out there immediately, because when I'm out on the land, Mother Earth has healing powers, and Mother Earth nurtures us. And so when I'm out on the land, even when it's cold, it's like Mother Earth nurtures me and heals me, and I'm out there and I'm getting exercise. So it's good for me physically. And then I'm out there and I'm praying, I'm talking to Creator, and things that are on my mind, I like process it. So even emotionally and mentally, I'm processing it. And I'm praying, I'm connecting to everything. And by the time I get done with that walk or that hike or even a run, whatever it is that you like to do, some people it's running, some people it could be skiing, riding horses, whatever it is, it's like those things that nurture your spirit and that get your blood flowing and your heart pumping. And, those are things that we need, to nurture ourselves. And so by the time I'm done with my walk, I just feel so much better. It's like a relief of pressure. And when we don't do those things, it builds up every day, and it builds up and we carry it. It's like a burden on our back. And so if you have no way to release that, it comes out in different ways through sickness. It can come out in anger, the words that you might react to something and say something really hurtful, or your actions towards your children, your family, those in your circle. So it's really important to take care of ourselves in that way and be prayerful. Spirituality is a big part of that, no matter what your beliefs are. And I'm not here to tell you what you should believe. And I believe that Creator is everywhere and in everything in all of creation. And it's like this universal energy that, helps us. And so, but you have to believe in something, you have to believe in something. And for us, it's a way of life. And so wellness is a part of that, and our physical wellness is a part of that. And so, exercise, going out on the land, those are all important things. And like with food sovereignty, gardening is a part of that. Here we are in winter, and I find myself looking back at some of my photos from summer, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just miss it. I miss being out with the plants and, being out with nature and being out, driving out in the hills and walking and picking berries and, all of that. I miss that. And it helps keep me centered. But there's still things that you can do in the wintertime, as well. There's still things you can still harvest. And, so get out on the land. That's what helps me. That's what really helps me. And then our mindset. What kind of mindset do we have? Be prayerful, let that stuff go. Don't hang on to stuff too long. It only, you're the one that feels it, like resentment and anger. You're the one that feels it. And the other person you're angry at or have resentments toward, they probably don't feel it, but you do. And it's not good for your spirit to hang on to that stuff. Life is too short. And I think this pandemic, that's what it's shown us, that life is short. We don't know, so live each day to its fullest. So things to help me, every morning I wake up and I burn, cedar and, sage and sweet grass. We have a mixture that we have that, is medicine. So I will burn that and bless myself to help me. And just that aroma, it's a reminder to me that I'm spirit, and it reminds me of my spirit and that I'm connected to everything. So just that aroma, I can feel it. And then I offer, prayer or meditation, whatever you want to call it. And then I like to read I have daily meditations. I wish I had my books here. I didn't bring them here. They're in my office, but I have every morning I read. It's called, one is the Book of Awakening. I love that book. And the other is, I think it's a Language of Letting Go Daily Meditations. And I love that too, because it helps you, just puts you in the right frame of mind. And it seems like something you're going through, it's like when you open those pages, it addresses it, but it helps get you in the right frame of mind. So that's what I do, in the mornings. And then of course I have to have my coffee. So, and it has to be good coffee. And I love my first cup of good coffee in the morning, fresh ground. I love that. So that's kind of my routine in the morning to get me in the right frame of mind. And, every morning set your intention, or you can even do it at night before you go to bed. And, as part of your prayer, you should always have gratitude. I always tell people, I do some trainings and some classes. Now we're doing them on Zoom, but I always tell the ladies that I work with to always, every night before you go to bed, write down 5 things that you're grateful for that day, and keep a journal and write those 5 things down. You're going to be amazed how it's going to shift. The energy is going to shift around you. And how Creator, once you have great gratitude in your heart and you start living from a place of gratitude, it's like Creator blesses you. So you're shifting the energy and shifting it to where blessings. So when we have gratitude, and especially like when we're helping other people. So right now, we're doing what we can to help our community with immune support and supplies and food and things like that. And these messages that we offer, just from our own experiences, like we don't put ourselves above anybody, but through our life experiences, we know that Creator blessed us with a gift to be able to share with the people. And so that's what we do. And it's not coming from a place of being above anybody, because remember, in the circle of life, we're all connected. So it's coming from that place. But when you have when you give, that's that reciprocity. In return, blessings come. And in return, someone might help you with something, or, like paying it forward, those types of things. So it's a way of life. It's not just something that you should do every now and then when you think about it, or when you're having a hard time, you're going to pray. And, it should be a daily practice. And they say when you start putting things into practice, when you do it for 21 days, it becomes a habit. So that's what we want to do, is to start creating new habits. And so we want to take care of ourselves physically, emotionally, spiritually, and do those things that you believe in. Like me, we go to the sweat lodge and we pray and believe in our ceremonies and our medicines and all of that. And so, that's what we practice, and that's what we believe in. We know that we're connected to a higher power, and we're connected to everybody, and everything. And so we come from that place. And so physically, right now, there's a lot of people that are struggling with their immune systems. And so we put together our immune support boxes. And a lot of these, they're modern ways to help people, like supplements. And so I just wanted to share some of the things that we're doing in our community and that you can do in your communities, or you can do that for yourself. All of this, we use it to take care of ourselves too, because if we're not well, we're not going to be able to help our community. So we want to stay well too. We want to be well so we can continue to help. So you have to take care of yourself. You have to prioritize yourself. It's not about giving away, and depleting yourself. Because if you're depleted, you're going to come from a place of lack, and you're going to give away what you don't have for yourself. So you got to love yourself and take care of yourself. And so that's what we do. That's what we work to do. And some days it's hard, it is, because you got so much to do and so much to give out and so much to, you get caught up in that, but you got to stop, recenter yourself, take care of yourself, get yourself in a mindset, and then, fill yourself back up. Then you can start giving again. So I just wanted to share some of the things. So in our boxes, we give out teas. So these are teas. We give out different kinds of teas. So we have you know, teas that we buy like at the health food store. You can buy these in I think most stores have them, like, okay, this is throat coat. Or there's like echinacea tea or turmeric tea or ginger tea that you can buy in a box like this. So in our boxes, that's what we give out. We give out teas, and then we also give out honey. And it's hard to keep up on the honey. So some of the boxes we didn't give them, but when we are able to get honey, that's what we give out. So this is like raw organic honey. So we'll give that out in our boxes. And then other teas are teas that I might make. And so when I have the medicines, I and I know maybe it's an elder that believes in this, because the other thing is with that mindset, like you have to believe in this, like you have to believe in our traditional medicines, and you have to open yourself up to the help that it's going to give you, the healing and wellness that it's going to give you. So you have to have yourself in that kind of mindset. So I make, this is the tea, I just put it in here, but this is bear root. So I worked with bear root the other night. And when I did that, when I'm working with medicines, I put myself in a prayerful mindset. So I'll, you know, smudge myself and bless myself beforehand. And that night I made these medicines, like that was the best sleep I've gotten in a long time. It just really, you know, breathing it, burning it, you know, when it's boiling, that aroma. So if you inhale it, you know, it goes into your lungs, it goes up into your sinuses. It really helps you. And then bear root, you can burn some too. So I, you know, put it on our stove, and the aroma went everywhere. And it was really soothing and really helpful. So here is some of the root that I have here. But I also ground some up into, you know, just, so here's a piece of the root right here. I'm just drawing that. But this is, I don't know if you can see it in there, but this is ground bear root. So I can use that to just make like a cup too, if I want to. Or usually I make a bigger batch, and I'll give that out to people that request it. And usually there's people in the community that do request it, and then I'll make sure if I have it, I'll get it to them. So this is a jar of bear root that I have here. And the other one that's my favorite, it's not from here, from this, you know, originally, but I love ginger honey tea, and I made some of that too here. So I have that. That's what I'm drinking this morning, ginger honey tea. And I actually put some, I just put a bag of green tea in there too, because I love green tea. So I love that taste. That's my combination. So teas, oh, and mint, wild mint tea. So those are other things that are really good for you too, like the mint soothes your stomach, and it's really good for you. And so a lot of elders really love that mint. And then we put throat lozenges, like here is Ricola honey lemon with echinacea. So we put just different varieties of throat lozenges in our boxes as well. And then we have, like me, I was raised by a grandma. So I'm kind of a grandma I've always been an old soul ever since I was little. And I love Vicks. I love this stuff because it, you know, that's what my grandma used for everything. So when I'm starting to feel something, I'll put it on my throat and on my chest and right on the outside of my nose. And, you know, you can even put it at the bottom of your feet. So we put those in our boxes too. So, you know, I just restocked and resupplied. And so, you know, we have these for our community. So we put Vicks in there. And then this, this is simply saline, and it's up to moisturize up in your sinuses. And this is pretty good stuff too. So we put that in there. And then our supplements, our vitamins, vitamin D is so important, and especially in the wintertime because we don't get enough of it. We're not out in the sun enough. So we put vitamin D in there for everyone, and it really helps with your immune system. You know, vitamin D deficiency can lead to depression. You know, it can lead to all sorts of problems, but I know depression is a big one. So, you know, vitamin D is real important. And then we also put, I don't have the actual vitamin C, but we try to put in every box, we put vitamin C in there. So whether it's through, like here is through Airborne, or just vitamin C supplements itself, it depends on what we can get. We'll put some sort of form of vitamin C in every box. So this is Airborne. And this is good because this has zinc in it. So there's also like Emergency we'll put in there. And I like this kind here because it's Immune Plus, Emergency Immune Plus. It has vitamin C plus vitamin D and zinc in it. So these are just like packets, put them in water, and these are real popular. They're real easy to, you know, work with. And so we give those out too, because zinc is really important for immune health. So we'll put those in there. And let me see, oh, elderberry. So elderberry, however we can get elderberry. When we can get it through the stores, through syrup, we'll get that. And we just happen to have elderberry syrup that was homemade. These are from elderberries in Montana that were grown. And this is an elderberry syrup. And so elixir. So this is really good for the immune system as well. And these were made by the Red Lodge community. We had a big food drive and immune support drive. And a lot of the people there, they made these and they gave them. So they're, you know, made with a lot of love and good energy. And so this is elderberry, or sometimes we'll get like these are what you can buy at the store. These are gummies and black elderberry. And this is with vitamin C, D, and zinc. So again, this has zinc in it. So we want to make sure we have vitamin D, vitamin C, and zinc to help our immune system stay well. So those are some of the things that we have. And then we also include hand sanitizer. I don't have the bigger bottles in here with me, but we try to do a bigger bottle and then a little bottle that we can throw in our purse or keep with us. So we do those two different sizes. And sometimes we'll just do little jars and make our own, you know, and give those away too. So that's what we put in there. And then we give hand soap. So whatever we have, again, sometimes it could just be a bar of soap, or it could be one of these pumps, which are nice. We put those in. And let's see, and we have people that have donated masks. So we'll put, you know, masks in there. We'll put some of these masks. I like this one, that's so cute. We have all different kinds. I love that. Or we'll put masks that we can purchase, or the disposable masks too. So we put a combination of those in every one of our immune boxes. And then of course we have tissue. We put tissue in there. And then if some people are really, really sick, or if they are COVID positive, we'll give them like Theraflu, which is a liquid packets, and for night and day. So we'll include that as well. And then cleaning, you know, we always try to some sort of disinfectant that kills viruses. We try to include cleaning supplies as well, and gloves. So we'll put together a bag of gloves like this. And I think there's 10 pairs in here of gloves. And oh yeah, and here's the throat lozenges. These are Ricola, the dual action. I love these. They're really good for your throat. And And these, I think, might have zinc in them as well, too. So those are some of the things I think that's everything we put in the boxes. So we'll, whatever cleaners we have, that's what we'll give out, because, you know, it's very difficult to get large quantities of cleaners. So we do what we can, even, you know, like some of the Lysol spray. But I think the important thing is to just keep things clean and wiped off, you know, hot soapy water. If you don't have all those, you can just put a little bit of bleach and hot soapy water and use that and wipe it down daily, wipe things down daily. You know, just keep our, like, we have to keep our minds clean and our spirit clean of all that negativity. We need to do that in our homes too. You know, keep our homes clean and from that virus, so it's not spread. And so, you know, those are just some of the things that we do. And also, you know, food is medicine. So a lot of foods, you know, cook healthy, you know, stay away from all of the fast food stuff, all of the processed foods. And especially for our young people, you know, it's really, I know they like to eat like pizza all the time, but you have to have foods that come from the earth without all these preservatives and chemicals. If you're constantly eating that, at some point it comes out through sickness. So eat things that come from the land, like, you know, deer meat and buffalo and elk meat. And, you know, if you do eat cow too, that's okay, you know, but eat lean meat. You know, don't eat all the fatty hamburger meat. Every once in a while, it's okay. I love me a good hamburger as well. So, but just be mindful of what you're eating and where it comes from. And like a lot of soups, especially when you're not feeling well, a lot of soups are, you know, are real good to not just soothe your the physical. It tastes good. You know, the broth, like bone broth, is really important. And that's what Linda Black Elk was talking about last week, was making, I think she called it medicine soup. You know, all the things, the good things that you put in there. And when you drink it and eat it, it's like you just feel the goodness in it. And when we cook, you know, that's the mindset that we need to have too. We need to put good energy and good feelings into our food, cooking and preparing it for our family, because that's literally what we're feeding them, not just the physical, but the emotional, mental, and spiritual as well. And so let me see, I'm trying to think of, oh, just like here, I have pumpkin seeds. I just happen to have them right here because I love these. And so this is kind of my corner where I sit at the dining table. And so these are my snacks that I have. And these are tamari roasted pumpkin seeds, and these are my favorite. But pumpkin seeds are loaded with zinc, you know, vitamin C. There's a lot of ways you can get vitamin C, like through fruit, you know, oranges. And when we're able to, you know, when we have the resources to do that, we put oranges in there as well, or the little tangerines or the little oranges, the small ones. So there's a lot of, you know, foods that can help you too. So food is medicine. And then we have all these supplements. And of course, you know, you should consult. We have to put our little disclaimer there that you should, you know, consult with your doctor as well if you have any concerns with any of these supplements. But, you know, they're pretty standard supplements that could help all of us. So, you know, and be prayerful, be in a prayerful mindset, especially if you're sick. Don't succumb to fear, because fear creates these hormones within us. It's like a fight or flight reaction, and it causes a lot of stress. So we want to, you know, we don't want to be fearful. We want to be aware of the risks, but we also want to be in a good state of mind. in a prayerful state of mind. So yeah, I'm just trying to think of anything else I needed to share, but that's all I wanted to share with you. I don't want to take up all of your time today, and just want to thank all of you. And I'm not going to see you till after this holiday, whatever your beliefs are. You know, the people have a lot of beliefs, and so I just want to say happy holidays. So that would cover all of it, and wish all of you the best, sending everyone my love, and have a beautiful holiday. And always remember to be grateful. You know, no matter what, there's something to be grateful for, no matter what situation we're in. And some of us are in some pretty tough situations. And I know the holidays are really difficult for people that have lost loved ones. And my advice would be to just hang on to all those memories and how they blessed you, how they blessed your life with, you know, their presence all of these years. And I know we're taught that, you know, we come to this earth to have this human experience and for a purpose and a reason. And once our purpose is complete, once we've done those things that we're supposed to do, then we leave this world and we go across the other side, and we go on that journey across the Milky Way to the stars, and where all of our relatives greet us. They come and take us and help us go on that journey to the other side. And it's a beautiful place where there's no sickness or sorrow or any of that. And then our relatives, they come back to visit us through different ways, through our dreams, through thoughts, through, you know, I know a lot of people will see feathers or a plume, or, you know, my grandma told me when she said, when you see a bluebird, know that, you know, I'm with you. I'm coming back to visit you. And so when I see those bluebirds, I always think of her. That was her name, Zinkala Towi. And so, you know, I think about that too, but I cherish those memories. You know, the holidays growing up were just a beautiful time for us as children with my grandparents. And, you know, we always made candy bags, and, you know, my grandfather used to put a big old time horn speaker outside of our house. And he used to just blast Christmas music all through the community, and then blast our ears out too at the same time. And then we would make candy bags, and we would make, you know, baskets for the elders, and we would have a big meal, and it was always open to everybody. You know, these days things are different. Things are really challenging right now, and we're not able to be with all of our loved ones like we used to. But there's always something to be grateful for. So find those things that you're grateful for, and be thankful that, you know, our loved ones were with us as long as they were, and they blessed us in many different ways. So that's my message to all of you, and happy holidays, and I love all of you. And next Saturday, we're going to be taking a break. So we'll be back the following Saturday, and then January, we're going to have starting a good lineup of a lot of pretty impressive speakers, and, you know, from different places. And we're going to continue our talk about wellness and, you know, mindfulness, our you know, the importance of that wellness in all areas. So we won't be here next week, but we'll be back the following week. Have a beautiful week, everybody. Beautiful holidays. Bye.